Videoda 10 kelime öğreneceksin. Önce Türkçe ve İngilizce anlamlarını göreceksin, sonra cümlelerde duyacaksın, hatta film ve dizilerin içinde. Sonra bu kelimelerle küçük bir hikaye anlatacağım. 5 kelimeyle bir dünya, sonra bir 5 kelime daha.
Evlat edinmek, benimsemek, kabul etmek.
Adopt. They decided to adopt a small dog from the shelter.
Barınaktan küçük bir köpeği sahiplenmeye karar verdiler.
Our family plans to adopt healthy habits this coming year.
Ailemiz gelecek yıl sağlıklı alışkanlıkları benimsemeyi planlıyor.
The school will adopt a new reading program next month.
Okul gelecek ay yeni bir okuma programını benimseyecek.
Even if they all go out and adopt colored orphans for the summer, it won't diminish the fact that you did it first.
Adopt is when a child cannot be looked after by his mommy and daddy.
I know I don't make that much money, and I know that I'm a little bit single, but I want to adopt Amanda.
Maybe I should adopt a more conservative attitude instead of trying to trickle meaning out of every curve in the road.
And if the president were to adopt a national policy of supporting efficiency and solar energy, who would be the biggest loser?
Sure, maybe you can convince Alma to let you and Lorraine adopt girls. And we can just live together herding sheep.
My plan is to adopt a new style, a hybrid of the Soviet school and the Canadian school.
Why don't we just get you on down to the pound and you can adopt a little puppy, maybe one of them cute little baby kittens.
He's very adamant about wanting us to adopt all three of you, and it's just out of the question.
You know, people do that when they're about to do something important, like, well, I don't know, adopt a puppy or something.
Move to Woodstock, adopt a nice little Congolese baby, and be happy.
The director's trying to get me to touch Gloria in that scene where I adopt her, but I'm not going to do it.
How long will we stand by while ladies adopt preachers and gentlemen become eunuchs?
Kampüs, yerleşke.
Campus. Students often walk to the campus after morning classes.
Öğrenciler genellikle sabah derslerinden sonra kampüse yürürler.
My sister works in the campus library every weekday evening.
Kız kardeşim hafta içi her akşam kampüs kütüphanesinde çalışıyor.
There is a small cafe near the campus parking lot.
Kampüs otoparkının yanında küçük bir kafe var.
I was designed to land at the MIT campus in the United States, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
This particular group has been allowed to operate on campus for far too long without being held accountable for its gender-biased policies.
Deputy London has just informed me that a prowler has been seen around the campus.
Now, I'd like to hear from each of you as to why you're staying on campus and what you're expecting to do over the break.
I and every other professor on this campus are here to help you.
Even now, I'd like to be able to stroll through the campus and look at the limestone, but
he does well, but I don't want to live off him, so I move a little off campus, make sure ends meet.
So anyway, on the way home, I stopped by campus today, and I picked up a catalog for next semester's curriculum.
Steph, we'd like you to come and visit the campus. Take a look at the living conditions, the academic setting, meet the coaches, some of the players.
This town, there are a lot worse places to end up than running the campus bus service at Kent Institute of Technology.
And they could picture themselves going there and walking on the campus and...
It's 4 years ago, and I'm like a semester away from graduating college, and the whole time I have this campus radio show, right?
If I find that you have been selling narcotics on my campus, or repeating these vile...
Süslemek, ödüllendirmek.
Decorate. We decorate the classroom with paper flowers and lights.
Sınıfı kağıt, çiçekler ve ışıklarla süslüyoruz.
My mother will decorate the cake for my birthday party.
Annem doğum günü partim için pastayı süsleyecek.
Teachers decorate certificates to reward students for good work.
Öğretmenler, öğrencilerin iyi çalışmalarını ödüllendirmek için sertifikaları süsler.
You know, when I was little, we would decorate it with strands of cranberry and popcorn. And then on Christmas morning, we would
hang them outside for the birds.
You know, when we would decorate the tree, I always liked to put the tinsel on perfectly, just as if they were icicles all over.
And we decorate them, like her and I and Oma, Ompa, aunts and uncles.
Well, I've got to go and collect and wrap the gifts for the toy drive, then help decorate Main Street, collect the ornaments for the neighborhood gift exchange.
Jenny overheard me telling my sister how disappointed I was that I wasn't going to be able to decorate a tree this year, and so she brought this out.
So we've got to decorate, cook everything in under 2 hours before everybody gets here. Woo!
That is a great idea, except for the fact that I'm not sure that Matt can stick around and decorate a whole Christmas tree right now.
But if I come down tomorrow and my bike is covered in tinsel,
Well, if it stands still long enough, I decorate it.
During World War II, wives and mothers would decorate a tree as a beacon of hope for their loved ones who were away at war.
That my new roommate thought it would be okay to decorate my apartment like Lord of the Rings exploded in it.
Plain right now, but tomorrow morning we'll talk to Uncle David and see what he thinks about letting you decorate a little bit.
Then we got to decorate, and we got to set the vendor stands up, not to mention the petting zoo and the carnival games.
Throw a bunch of cream cheese filling on the inside and then make them as big as we want and decorate them all Christmassy.
Maybe you can help me plan our annual Christmas bake-off while we decorate the tree.
Well, actually, over the years, they've grown accustomed to waiting until the week before Christmas to decorate the house and get the tree.
Kazanmak, hak etmek.
Earn. He works late to earn enough money for the rent.
Kirasını ödeyecek kadar para kazanmak için geç saatlere kadar çalışıyor.
Students must study hard to earn a good grade.
Öğrenciler iyi bir not kazanmak için çok çalışmak zorundalar.
She hopes to earn respect from her new colleagues soon.
Yeni çalışma arkadaşlarının saygısını kısa sürede kazanmayı umuyor.
The opportunity to earn distinction in the European wars seemed a great stroke of good fortune.
You can work. Other institutions hand out work, but here it's a privilege that you have to earn.
They have accepted me into their training program and told me that if I work hard, I should earn my wings real soon.
Well, you may not believe this, but there are people in this world that must earn their living.
After all, I am trying to earn more money to give my grateful family everything they deserve.
But as my own personal form of punishment, I figured out how you're going to earn that extra credit.
But you gotta remember as you go through life to share some of what you earn with the less fortunate.
To help men who are going out there to try to earn a living, you fairy.
Your travail will earn you the love and gratitude of your country.
The Archdiocese has worked many years indeed to earn the support of the highest echelons of this city.
I was sent undercover to earn Lane's trust and eventually identify the members of his organization.
The use of any one of them will
Earn you a one-way ticket to Azkaban.
Now look, all we gotta do is figure out a way to earn a little bit of moolah.
We ain't never gonna earn enough to satisfy the Nichols boys and feed our own mouths.
I earn my living modeling clothes like this.
Fon, kaynak, finanse etmek.
Fund. The school started a fund to buy new books today.
Okul bugün yeni kitaplar almak için bir fon oluşturdu.
Our family will fund the trip if we save money.
Para biriktirirsek ailemiz geziyi finanse edecek.
She applied for a small fund to fix her bicycle.
Bisikletini tamir ettirmek için küçük bir fona başvurdu.
I would like to thank our wonderful Lord Mayor for establishing this fund to send David to America.
Well, Eunice and I came all the way from Iowa. The conservatory got together this fund so that I could come here and win this grant, but I don't think...
Hey! Insurance paid for the house, and we started a bank account that we called the Dandridge Fund.
I'm supposed to be getting him to invest in our fund, but instead, I start grilling him about overdraft penalties.
I'm gonna give them a call, and we're gonna see if they wouldn't care to contribute to their daughter's liberation fund.
They got millions of dollars sitting in office, right, waiting to get shoveled to the city's excess fund, and you know what that is, huh?
Miss McInerney, the thing Dale wanted me to talk about was that a memorial fund has been established in Eleanor's name.
You know, I was thinking, if we're going to have a fund for the town, managing it, it's going to be a full-time job.
If we can possibly get the seller, we fund the sellers, and then we stay in the back room.
The company's pension manager called and said there was a few £1 million missing from the employees' retirement fund last week.
Yes.
They evaluate the progress we're making here and the political situation, and then they release the strike fund to us.
What I think I'll do today is take some money out of my college trust fund and go buy a dog.
Well, big Jew that I am, the Kaplan Fund has committed a sizable amount to them for a klezmer commission.
Story time.
Lena moved to a new university and felt lonely on the large campus. After class, she liked to walk around and look at the old buildings and quiet gardens. One evening, she found an empty room with white walls and broken chairs. A small sign on the door said, "Student Ideas Room," but nobody used it. Lena decided to adopt this forgotten room as her project. She imagined a warm space where students could read, talk, and relax together. First, she asked her classmates for help to clean and decorate the room. They brought old posters, soft lights, and a second-hand carpet in bright colors. To get money for better chairs and a coffee machine, Lena started a small online campaign to fund the project. She made a simple video, explained her idea, and shared the link with teachers and friends. People liked her plan, and soon the campaign began to earn more money than she expected. With the money, they bought plants, a bookshelf, and comfortable chairs. When the room finally opened, students from all parts of the campus came to see it. Some came to read, some to meet new people, and some just to sit quietly with a cup of tea.
Genel, general.
General. The general idea of the lesson is easy to understand.
Dersin genel fikri kolay anlaşılır.
In general, students need practice every day to get better.
Genel olarak, öğrencilerin daha iyi olmaları için her gün pratik yapmaları gerekir.
Our teacher gave a general review before the short test.
Öğretmenimiz kısa sınavdan önce genel bir tekrar yaptı.
Only one man, General Lamarck, speaks for the people here below.
It's part of a general sneak attack and escape retaliation because of lack of proper command and control.
Everyone, let's welcome my new chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General W.R. Munger.
LLC. However, the Attorney General is willing to not pursue prosecution if you will agree to the following.
Shall I tell the General you're unwilling to comply?
But I wrote a letter to his general staff telling them everything.
Oh, by the way, if Captain Gibbon should inquire for me, tell him I've come for a chat with the General.
All those having business with this General Court-Martial, stand forward and you shall be heard.
General Peterson can give us no definite assurance on the thermite plasma.
Admitting no one's attentions but Mannering's, avoiding general flirtation entirely.
The only time I tried writing the underground was during the general strike.
Grant, Lieutenant General, Commanding Armies, United States.
Signed, Brigadier General Musgrove, War Services Commander, Washington, D.C.
General, I am an officer in the United States military.
General Arkady Grigorovich Orumov, Head of Space Division.
Önde gelen, başlıca.
Leading. She is the leading student in our small class today.
Bugün küçük sınıftaki önde gelen öğrencimiz o.
This company is a leading shop for cheap phone repairs.
Bu şirket, ucuz telefon tamiri konusunda önde gelen bir mağazadır.
His book became a leading choice for beginner language learners.
Onun kitabı, başlangıç seviyesindeki dil öğrenenler için önde gelen bir tercih haline geldi.
Well, Bob, I'm a lab technician for a leading pharmaceutical company, but I was born with a gift.
Isn't that why I have the greatest warrior in our history leading an entire army, General?
We could put in an archway right here, leading to your own personal sanctuary.
On your right, you'll notice a door leading to a restricted area.
hope you have not been leading a double life, pretending to be wicked and being really good all the time.
Citizen has suffered catastrophic blood loss leading to cardiac arrest.
Let me introduce you to the person leading the investigation. Agent Medina.
We went to the leading gynecologists and asked for physical measurements, and they barely knew what we were talking about.
You'll write a detailed letter to me explaining everything that happened leading up to you saying you saw me by the lake.
The band I'm leading for JVC, my drummer is not cutting it.
It is Split-Second Leadership, Leading Men in the Line of Duty, the audiobook.
Leading to speculation that this may have been an undeclared act of aggression.
We'll be like Moses leading the Israelites trying to hold back the mighty falls of the Red Sea.
I feel damn fortunate to have someone as statesman-like as you leading the movement.
No, Mum. I'm here to oversee the transition period leading to your voluntary retirement in 2 months' time.
Fark yaratmak, önemli olmak.
Make a difference. Small acts of help can make a difference every day.
Küçük yardımlar her gün fark yaratabilir.
Your kind words can make a difference to shy students.
Nazik sözleriniz çekingen öğrencilere fark yaratabilir.
Even one vote can make a difference in a small town.
Küçük bir kasabada tek bir oy bile fark yaratabilir.
Nobody will care, because everybody's going to be so jazzed about what we found, it's not going to make a difference. Yeah.
Listen, Catherine. Most people go through their lives never having a chance to make a difference.
There's always a confused soul that thinks that one man can make a difference.
Some of us believe that we can make a difference.
You believed in the whole honor and duty thing and trying to make a difference in the world?
I want a charity that doesn't involve too much effort, but is going to really make a difference.
Elder, I left behind a career in medicine because I thought that I could make a difference at the FBI.
So when Lord Neverember fell ill, I seized the chance to try and, make a difference.
You know, I guess one person can make a difference.
That's going to actually make a difference in people's lives, even the people that hate him.
The way I know we can, well, we just might make a difference.
But I wanted to make a difference.
With the little time they have, they try to make a difference, and that's what keeps...
Nüfus, topluluk.
Population. The city's population increased after the new train opened.
Yeni tren açıldıktan sonra şehrin nüfusu arttı.
Many students worry about the population and job opportunities.
Birçok öğrenci nüfus ve iş olanakları konusunda endişe ediyor.
We studied the population growth in our geography class.
Coğrafya dersimizde nüfus artışını inceledik.
Jack was appointed as the co-convener for Andhra Pradesh, but India with a 1.2 billion plus population.
Sorry, the terrain there vacillates between swamp marsh, mud, and trees, and there's not much civilization population from here to Oxnard, sir.
Dante's Peak, the second most desirable place to live in the United States, population under 20,000.
If these conditions persist, they must inevitably lead to increases in ant population.
You know, I have never seen one inmate just walk in here and be unanimously hated by the entire population.
A big machine, 8,000 cubic miles of Kleistron relays, enough power for a whole population of creative geniuses, operated by remote control.
Yeah, because, due to the small population, it's more likely they'll, need help in the future.
In population, in power, until we shall become the admiration and the terror of the world.
These objects in question are falling into the ocean in tightly packed clusters 10 miles outside of a major population center.
No, but it does seem certain that the vast majority of Phnom Penh's population has been evacuated to the countryside.
As I said, this is your pre-classification meeting so that we can discover what options are available to you as you enter back into the general population.
Deneme, duruşma.
Trial. They will start the trial in front of many people.
Duruşmayı birçok kişinin önünde başlatacaklar.
The lawyer prepared witnesses for the difficult trial tomorrow.
Avukat, yarınki zorlu duruşma için tanıkları hazırladı.
She felt nervous about the trial and studied every day.
Deneme için tedirgindi ve her gün çalıştı.
The city of Chicago has come to a complete standstill as the trial of the century finally draws to a close.
Your courtroom manner may be rather unconventional, but I gotta tell you, you're one hell of a trial lawyer.
That after many months of trial and jury deliberation, we finally have a verdict.
My father has a habit of subjecting my more serious lovers to some insidious form of trial by ordeal.
Your Honor, it is my intention to prove at the trial that Sonny Montelli is a victim of demonic possession, and therefore...
What, Mr. Booth?
You want to spend my money to put a bunch of spectators on trial. A trial you'll lose because you owe her. No!
If he's arrested, I'll have to live while he's on trial. While he's been executed.
If you'll come up one by one, unarmed, I'll give you my word to clap you all in irons and take you back to a fair trial in England.
The trial starts next week, and these pals of yours, they're gonna be jumping over each other's bodies just to make a deal, so...
There was a trial, but there wasn't nobody going to pass guilty on Sid Hatfield in Mingo County.
If I have your assurance that you will not do anything to disrupt this trial if I allow you.
I'm going to tell you some things during the course of this trial that are going to make you like him even less.
Lena was a young doctor in a large city hospital. Every day she saw the general problems of city life: stress, bad food, and very little exercise. The hospital was always full, and the local population kept growing. One evening, the leading heart specialist asked her to join a new project. They wanted to see if a simple 10-minute daily walk could really make a difference to people's health. The project was a 6-month trial with 200 volunteers from different parts of the city. Some volunteers were office workers, some were cleaners, and some were students. At the start of the trial, Lena measured their weight, blood pressure, and energy levels. Then she asked them to walk outside for 10 minutes every day and write about it in a small notebook. Many people were busy, and a few said 10 minutes could not make a difference. Still, Lena called them each week, and the leading nurses sent messages to help them continue. After 6 months, the general results surprised everyone. Most volunteers slept better, felt calmer, and had lower blood pressure. The hospital director read the report and said this small idea could make a difference for the whole city population. Soon, new walking paths appeared, and the city started a bigger trial in every neighborhood. Lena smiled when she saw groups of people walking together, knowing her work had truly made a difference.
Come on, don't just watch. Click that like. Let's learn together.